गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो, राधा रमण हरि गोपाल बोलो, गोविंद बोलो 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 हरि गोपाल बोलो, ओ गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो, राधा रमण हरि गोपाल बोलो, गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो, गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो। Vishuddi, let's start the meditation with a collective namaskar. And let's collectively raise our Kundalini with full attention. Namaskar Kundalini.
So now the other center which we have here is very important center called as the Vishuddi Chakra. This is the center V, Shuddha. One is Shuddha means pure, but V, Shuddha means absolutely pure. This has got 16 petals, as we have got the cervical plexus expressed in the gross, which has also got 16 subplexuses. It tallies with medical science completely. Now let us see how is Vishuddi Chakra made. All the vowels that we use come from Vishuddi Chakra. And like in Devanagari language, it is a, I, U, E, I, O, U, Lu, Aha. So, as you know that you cannot compile a word without a vowel. It's so important. The consonant is weak, without nirbal, without any strength, without the vowel. So, the strength of a person comes through the Vishuddi Chakra in his speech. Is the center, what we call here is the Vishuddi Chakra, is the center where human beings raise their head up. This is the center that has made us a human being. And from this center only rises the ego and superego, because this is the center of collectivity. Because we speak through this center, we talk through this, we have rapport with other people through this, and as a reaction to that, ego and superego is built within us. When that is built within us, we become a personality. I am some, he is some, you are some. At that point, we become a person who has the consciousness of I-ness. Like, then I say, I like this, I want this. I will say, I am an Indian. You will say, I am an Englishman. All these misidentifications start because you become an individual who tries to identify with many things. That's how we become separated from that power. This is the freedom we get, where we have to ourselves learn from our errors and trials what is right and what is wrong. This Vishuddhi chakra has got 16 petals and looks after our ear, nose, eyes, throat, everything. Our face, everything is looked after by this center. Now this center also has left and right. All centers have left and right. And when you feel guilty, the left center catches, which is a very dangerous thing because this gives you diseases like angina or maybe diseases like spondylitis and lethargic organs. Right when a person is very aggressive, talks very aggressively and tries to dominate others and use his power of speech to show off, the right side catches. The reactions of this can be many, that the hand gets frozen and they also get the cancer of the throat. All kinds of things can happen with this chakra being in trouble. Now a person who shouts and screams and talks loudly and loses his temper in a very loud voice, or who speaks very loudly all the time, they all suffer from the right Vishuddhi. So one should understand that even when you have to scold somebody, you have to just say, what are you doing? Why are you doing like this? Otherwise, why did you do like this? Finished, right Vishuddhi, over. It's finished now. Now this is the thing. On the right side, if you are talking loudly, if you talk too much, if you intimidate people with your talking, then you catch on right Vishuddhi. So for that, best is to take some rest and give some rest to your right Vishuddhi by stopping your talk. Go into mauna, they said, just don't talk. For some time if you don't talk, you will see that your Vishuddhi will be improved, your problems will be improved. So what is the divine diplomacy? You don't have to shout, but you change the subject. If you want to bring somebody to some conclusion, then best thing is first to change the subject. And gradually, if you are clever enough, then you go on changing, and you bring it back to the right thing. That's the clever thing to do. What is the essence of this diplomacy? Is benevolence. You have to achieve the benevolence of the whole humanity. This is the essence of it. If you are doing it, you are not doing for yourself, for your gain, you are not doing for the gain of any particular person, but you are doing it for the benevolence of the whole humanity. So once you know this is the essence, so what is the need to shout? By shouting, you are not going to achieve anything. So to play around with it and bring it to that point, which is benevolence, So our right Vishuddi, we have to have a temperament, a culture, a style, a behavior, which has got the quality which is called as madhurya, means melodious. Melodious. We should talk in such a manner that it should be melodious. The voice of a Sahajogi should be sweet, like that. When you talk to someone, it should be melodious. It should not be aggressive at all, but on the contrary, it should be melodious. It should not be sarcastic. It should not hurt another person. Any word that hurts others cannot be coming from the proper type of right Vishuddi. So in no way one should hurt. The another quality which we can express through our right Vishuddi is diplomacy. But there are two types of diplomacies. One is genuine, one is artificial. In the genuine diplomacy, you do not have to take to a certain standard, or you don't have to read some books to know how it is diplomacy. Is it genuinely it comes to you. The whole thing works very sweetly, in such a genuine manner. I have used it many a times myself, and you all can use it also many a times. That's only possible if you don't get angry with someone. Not possible if you are angry. Relationship between brothers and sisters are to be established. They're very pure. Brothers and sisters relationship is without any lust or greed. It's pure relationship where the sister prays for the protection of the brother, and brother prays for the self-sufficiency of the kshema, well-being of the sister. So this time you have to think of your other Sahajoginis and Sahajogis who are like your brothers and sisters. You have to think like that. Purify your hearts. It's something funny in these countries. You know that. There's no such relationship exists. Purify your mind today on that point. That everybody else is my brother or sister. If you are married, it's all right. But look at everyone, try to look at everyone as a brother and a sister. When the sister who is your pure relation is not treated as a sister, when the attitude of a person towards women is of indulgence and of lust, then he develops the left Vishuddi. When he develops a left Vishuddi very strongly, and if he has a bad agya, or if he has eyes which are roving eyes, then this left Vishuddi causes a lot of trouble. Left Vishuddi can be also caused by, as you know, by feeling guilty about things, or nothing at all. All these problems arise from Vishuddi. The left side center is caught up when a person feels guilty.
Es gibt Probleme auf der linken Seite, wenn ein Mensch sich schuldig fühlt.
And obstruct the ascent of the Kundalini.
Und dann gibt es Probleme und die Kundalini kann nicht hochsteigen.
That's why I always request all the Western seekers first to say in their hearts, Mother, I am not guilty.
Deswegen sage ich, alle Suchenden im Westen, die müssen im Herzen sagen, Mutter, ich bin nicht schuldig.
These are the conditionings that have come to us.
Diese Gefühle kommen aus der Vergangenheit.
From so-called religions,
aus Religionen,
from so-called psychologists,
von der Psychologie,
and other people who are responsible for our development in our childhood.
und von anderen Leuten, die was mit unserer Erziehung als Kinder zu tun hatten.
When material things very important for the parents,
Wenn materielle Sachen für die Eltern sehr wichtig waren,
they all the time shout at children or correct them, saying that don't spoil the carpet, don't spoil that, don't spoil that.
und sie haben immer geschrien und die Kinder gesagt, sie müssen immer aufpassen auf den Teppich, auf den Tisch und so weiter.
And that is how we develop a kind of a guilt within us.
Und so entwickeln wir ein großes Schuldgefühl in uns.
When we grow up in the schools and colleges, this can be built up very heavily within us too.
Und wenn wir in der Schule und an der Universität aufwachsen, dann kriegen wir es noch mehr.
So how much important it is to understand the value of left Vishuddi. All of us catch on left Vishuddi and we do not think that it is such an important thing. When we say, oh, left Vishuddi catching means I am feeling guilty. We do not understand that what have I done? I have crossed the limits. That's why it's showing there. I have neglected some kind of a morality. I have gone on a wrong path against mother and father. That's why left Vishuddi is catching. Left Vishuddi is the indication of the mistakes, of the wrongs, of the sins. We can't afford to have left Vishuddi. Sahajogis cannot afford to have left Vishuddi. Now, what I have seen that when this negativity starts acting, people, instead of facing it, facing the mistakes that I'm wrong, I should not have done it, it's a wrong thing to do, start giving explanations. Once you start giving explanation, this left Vishuddi starts becoming like a bloated big lump. And then there's no possibility of curing, no possibility of cleansing. So people start giving explanation why I did it, why I did this. Once it is said is wrong, to be accepted, all right, next time I'm not going to do it, I'm very sorry. But in the center, when you rise, the Kundalini rises, most of the people have their Vishuddhi got up. Most of the people. So they have to either see that they are not guilty, or they have to see that there is no shouting, nothing, they are not aggressive in their shouts, and plus they have to see that they are completely in balance with themselves. So they are in the central path by which they become sweet, kind and nice. So for us it is important to understand that our Vishuddhi is to be kept clear. First of all, we must have a beautiful heart, a very clean heart, and find out what's wrong with you, get it corrected, which can be done by anyone, and see that you just have a full idea about yourself, about your Vishuddhi. That's only possible, only again it's a vicious circle, if you have a good Vishuddhi. If you don't have a good Vishuddhi, you can never see yourself, because at the Vishuddhi point only you become the witness. You are just a witness when you are at a Vishuddhi point. So you have to be at the Vishuddhi a witness. If you have achieved the witness nature, then you can see in your Vishuddhi what's wrong with you, what's wrong with your problems, with your atmosphere, everything, and you will end up here only, thinking, oh, this is the one that is wrong. Now the main problem before us today is something else, is that we all have to ascend. And ascend with the equal strength. There's a story about some birds who were caught in a net. So they decided that we should get out of this net. And they tried. Everybody tried to get out. But nobody individually could work it out. So they all decided to fly together, 1, 2, 3, and go. And they took all that net with them, and they say then they requested the rats that please come and cut our net, and they were freed. So if it can happen between the rats and the birds, why not between us? So in collectivity, you will be amazed in the collectivity how we could be helpful and joyous with each other. Now say something is wrong with your mother, father, sister, somebody. Doesn't matter. After all, you have the ocean of joy here with the collectivity. And your problems can be solved if collectively, if you want to solve your problem. So we have to depend on the collectivity. Very much to be one with the collective. I feel once you jump into the sea of Sahaj, the joy itself draws you together. Meeting each other is such a joyous thing. We have had so many experiences of that, of Sahajogis who have told me how happy they were to find Sahajogis somewhere out of the blue and how they felt happy. So this tie between the Sahajogis is really the most joyous channel. And that is what is the source, we should say, of our becoming one together. Once you start enjoying each other. Collectivity doesn't mean that we all should be stuck together with some glue or something, or we all become like Gibraltar, rock of Gibraltar. No, it doesn't mean that. It means wherever you are connected. That is collectivity. But if you are not connected and you are just glued together, it's very inconvenient to live under such circumstances. I think people don't even understand the meaning of collectivity. Where there's not the other, ananya, where there's not the other, there's no other personality. These personalities are separated from you because of left and right, or could be both. But you are yourself fully when you are absolutely detached and your Kundalini is dancing. You are alone and never alone. This oneness with the whole gives you all the security that you want, all the joy you want. And that's why Kundalini awakening means collectivity. Unless and until you want pure collectivity in your being, Kundalini won't rise. Now this chakra is, placed between the two eyebrows. Now two eyes represent the left and the right side. So this center is very much guided by our eyes, by our ears, by our nose, tongue, teeth, throat. Is a very important center because the Vishuddi, which has to look after 16 petals, which look after all these ear, nose, throat, different organs within us. Also, it has to communicate with the Virat. So it has to pass through this center of Hamsa Chakra. Hamsa Chakra is the very pivotal center which expresses auspiciousness in our awareness. That means if this center is alert and awakened, then we immediately know what is auspicious and what is not auspicious. Or we can call it, we get the divine discretion. I think it is a part of the genetics that people have discretion between good and bad, destructive and constructive. Virat is the ultimate. The complete development of the Vishuddi chakra is Virat. And as you know, the chakra is here at this point. If this chakra is not all right, you are not correct. You behave in a manner that is not correct. You cannot communicate with other surgeries. You cannot be friendly, loving, and one with other surgeries. Unless and until this center here, Vishuddhi, is all right. And is part of the Ekadasha. Vishuddhi is the center of the Ekadasha Rudra. The discretion power becomes so beautiful of the Hamsa Chakra. Because they are all connected, Vishuddhi, Hamsa and Virat. They are all connected centers. It's not only that the Virata improves, but Vishuddhi improves and Hamsa. So now what happens that you jump into collectivity. And the love and the affection and the understanding that you have for each other is remarkable. It's very enjoyable and very beautiful. So all that happens, absolutely happens in your brain. That's how your brain, which is the one which receives all the information and creates all the information, creates all the mental projections, becomes a new vehicle to create a dimension which goes higher, not declining. All of you are part and parcel of that. All of you are part and parcel of that. And all of you are important. All of you have to support that. All of you have to raise it. It is very important. You all should understand your own responsibility. And after Sahaja Yoga, after enlightenment, all the subtleties of the brain and the knowledge starts manifesting and expressing itself. But the greatest thing that happens, that integration takes place in your brain. It's not that your heart wants one thing and your brain wants another thing. The integration takes place, and when that integration takes place, it's so easy to lead a very dharmic life. Even without thinking about it, without reading about it, you just become dharmic. You are not to be told that you have to be dharmic. Innately, you become dharmic because your brain, which normally is used for rationality, for justifying all that is wrong, becomes dharmic. becomes divine. So this is what one has to realize, that after realization, a person gets ideas which are always constructive. And if they are not, then you are not yet a Sahaja. Constructive and dharmic. That is very, very important for us to understand where is our mind going. Is it contradicting? It is telling something else than what it is. We have to just keep a watch, and you'll be amazed to see how your brain has changed its ways. The upside brain has become normal. This you can get very easily. If you just meditate every day and see for yourself how the expression of your Sahasrara is penetrating into your being and is acting in your life, then all the powers of Sahajogi will be manifested, and you don't have to anymore doubt yourself, and others will never doubt. May God bless you.
Hamsa Shri Vishuddi Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Let's sit very comfortably and let's be very aware of our body, of the weight of our body on the floor. Our head directed to the head, to the heaven. Let's breathe in and breathe out peacefully in this new day on this planet. And let's be aware that we are pure spirits, pure divine beings, living a human experience. That we are, before all, divine beings, divine spark of pure light vibration consciousness, who are on this planet to live a human experience. And not just humans or coincidences, people or things roaming all over the planet, not knowing why they are here, what they are doing. Let's breathe in with full awareness by inflating the stomach. Breathing in pure energy, pure vibration, pure consciousness. Breathing in with gratitude to the divine. And breathing out all that is adharma, that is stress, that is sickness, that is imbalances in us. Breathing in purity, breathing out all that is imbalance, negativity. Let's put the right hand on the floor and let's focus on our left Muladhara. Shri Ganesh mantra. We need to be really collective in our attention and really aligned as one, as if we were in the same room. And the room is just the whole world, is just the planet, just a virtual room, but we are there collectively as one, as in the same room, same physical room, really connected, a real collectivity in our consciousness. Let's say Shri Ganesh mantra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Sumukha Namo Namaha. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Kadanta Namo Namaha. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Kapila Namo Namaha. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Gaja Karnaka Namo Namaha. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Lambodara Namo Namaha. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Vikhata Namo Namaha. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Vignanasha Namo Namaha. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Kanadipa Namo Namaha. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Dhumraketu Namo Namaha. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Ganadyaksha Namo Namaha. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Balachandra Namo Namaha. Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Gajanana Namo Namaha. Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Let's collectively say Ganesha Tarva Shirsha. Establishing the Lord Ganesh is very, very important in our collective being. Let's say Ganesha Tarva Shirsha with full awareness and collectively as we are all over the world. Let the whole planet vibrate to the prayer of Ganesha Tarva Shirsha. Om Namaste Kanapataye Tvameva Pratyaksham Tattvamasi Tvameva Kevalam Kartasi Tvameva Kevalam Dartasi Tvameva Kevalam Hartasi Tvameva Sarvam Kalvidam Brahmasi Tvam Sakshat Atmasi Nityam Vitam Vakshmi Satyam Vakshmi Avatamam Avavaktaram Avashrotaram Avadhataram Avadhataram Avanuchanam Avashishyam Avapashatat Avapurastat Avutaratat Avadakshinatat Avashurvatat Avadharatat Sarvato Mam Pahi Pahi Samantat Twambang Mayas Twamshin Maya Twamananda Mayas Tvam Brahma Maya Tvam Sachit Ananda Adityosi Tvam Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvam Jnanamayo Jnanamayusi Sarvam Jagadidam Tvato Jayate Sarvam Jagadidam Tvatastishthati. Sarvam Jagadidam Tvai Layamishyati. Sarvam Jagadidam Tvai Pratyeti. Tvam Bhumir Apo Nalo Nilo Nava. Tvam Shadvari Vakpadani. Tvam Gunatrayatita. Tvam Dehatrayatita. Tvam Kalatrayatita. Tvam Muladhara Stitosi Nityam. Tvam Shakti Trayatmakaha. Tvam Yogino Dhyanti Nityam. Tvam Brahmans. Tvam Vishnu. Tvam Rudras. Tvam Indras. Tvam Agnis. Tvam Vayus. Tvam Suryas. Tvam Chandramas. Tvam Brahma Bhurбhuva Svaram. Ganadim Purvam Musharya. Vanadim Taranam Taram. Anushvara Parataraha. Argandulastam Tarina Rudam. Etattava Manusvarupam. Dakar Purvarupam. Akaro Majama Rupam. Anushvara Shantya Rupam. Induru Tara Rupam. Narasundanam. Anita Sandhihi. Saisha Ganesha Vidya. Ganaka Rishihi. Nishri Gayatri Chanda. Ganapatir Devata. Om Gan Ganapate Namaha. Eka Dantaya Vidmahe. Vakratundaya Dhimahi. Danudanti Prashodaya. Kadantam Shaturastam. Ashamunkushudarinam. Radam Shavardamastay. Vibranam Shagvajam. Tam Lambodaram. Shurpakarnakam. Tavasasam. Tagandanu Liptangam. Pushpahi Supujitam. Bhaktanu Kampinam Devam. Jagat Kanama Shutam. Avir Bhutam Shashishchadu. Prakrute Purushat Param. Evam Jayati Unityam. Sahayogi Yoginam Baraha. Namo Pratapate. Namo Ganapate. Nama Pramada Pate. Namaste Astu Lambodharaya. Ikadantaya. Vignanashine. Shiva Sutaya. Shri Varada Mutaye Namaha. Saksha Shri Adi Shakti Mutaji. Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Let's collectively pray to the Lord Ganesh to come and be completely in our Muladhara, to establish himself totally in our Muladhara, powerfully, so that we become very innocent and we develop all the powers of the Lord Ganesh in our life. That the Lord Ganesh remove all the obstacles at any level in our lives. Protect us from all danger, from all issues. Guide us. Help us develop the divine discretion. And always be with us. And with all the yogis of the world. Let's put now both hands on the lap. And let's say Shri Adi Kundalini Mata. So that Mother Kundalini be like a divine thread of light, a divine snake of pure light that is going through all the chakras and enlightening them all, so that we can enlighten our Vishuddi, our Hamsa, our Virata, and our whole being. Shri Adi Kundalini Mata, with the full awareness that we are the Virat collectively. Our attention must go beyond our individual being, beyond this planet, beyond this universe, beyond our universe, beyond the millions and millions of universes. We must be with the primordial being, complete light, complete consciousness, complete vibration. We must be totally surrendered, dissolved into the primordial being and feel the grandeur, the awe, the beauty, the glory of God Almighty, who is Allah and who is Sri Krishna. Shri Adi Kundalini Mata mantra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Adi Kundalini Mata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Let's keep our attention above our Sahasrara. And let's say again, Shri Adi Kundalini Mata. You must feel powerfully the Kundalini rise and establish permanently above Sahasrara, connected completely to the kingdom of heavens. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Adi Kundalini Mata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Let's collectively open more to the Virat, to the energy of the divine. And we need to surrender to Mother Kundalini again and again and again until we do not feel anymore our physical body. We do not have any emotions. Our mind is completely at peace. We are just one in this huge, big Virat being.
Nourishment, the absolute cosmic being of the universe. Above the level of the Agnya Chakra, he is Sri Krishna, whose Shakti is Viratangana. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Gruha Lakshmi Kubera Virata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Brahma Deva Vitala Virata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vishnu Maya Virata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vitala Virata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirananda Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo
before finishing the meditation, let's collectively ensure that we are truly in Virat, in our attention, and that Mother Kundalini is rising strong and powerful in us. Let's be in that energy of the Virat, in that presence of our collective being. Let's feel Mother Kundalini rising in us, going above our Sahasrara, spreading into the five elements, and totally drenching all humanity with pure love, pure vibrations, pure consciousness, pure Dharma, purity, purifying all humanity, purifying again and again all the planet, all humanity. We need to watch Mother Kundalini rise in us, go beyond Sahasrara, spread into the five elements, and fall like a rain of pure vibrations, of pure light, pure consciousness. This rain is drenching, is covering the whole planet of pure vibration, like the vibration of Himalayas, pure vibrations, pure fresh vibrations, awakening consciousness all over the world, protecting all the seekers of truth, blessing all the yogis and enlightened souls. All the real saints of the world should feel our love. All the enlightened souls should feel that Vishwa Nirmala Dharma exists and we are one. All the planet should feel that the real awakening of Mother Kundalini has been done and is done, and that we are entering into a new realm collectively with the blessing of our Divine Mother. Let's watch this process of Kundalini rising in, primordial Kundalini rising in ourselves, spreading into the five elements and falling onto all the whole creation, the whole planet Earth, like a rain of vibration, nourishing, purifying, blessing all humanity, giving realization all over the world. Let's finish the meditation by collectively doing abandon so that all the yogis of the world and all the yogis in this meditation be completely protected by the divine. That all the yogis who are struggling, suffering, or having any issue, any sickness, be blessed and be totally restored, cured, fortified, reinvigorated by our Divine Mother, who is the pure Holy Ghost. May this bandhan that we are doing bring peace, bring love, bring harmony in our heart, in the heart of humanity. May the divine love be awakened, divine brotherhood and sisterhood, through communication, through diplomacy, through forgiveness, and through spiritual growth. May all the yogis of the world be protected from all negativity, all difficulty, all obstacles. May we always stay in the heart of our Mother for eternity. Jai Shri Mataji. Collective Namaskar, Kundalini. Let's do Namaskar with full gratitude and let's raise our Kundalini with full consciousness.